Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of City Government 101. I'm getting to sit down with Janna, who is our Aquatic Center manager. And Aquatic Center, so kind of there's a lot that goes on out there that a lot of people don't know. You do have a pool. That's what's there. Yeah, you got but what all happens out there on like a just a normal day-to-day operations? Kind of fill everybody in on what happens out there.
A lot happens out there. We open our doors during the week at 5:30 a.m. We have a strong following. We call them the morning crew. They're
The morning
there
crew?
day in, day out. They might stay home when the weather's bad, but
Okay.
other than that, they're there. And then till there's regulars coming in till about 9, and then we start classes. We have classes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then we have open swim after 12 o'clock every day. Swim teams start rolling in around 2:30, 2:45. They're there till 5, and then we have evening program like scuba, try scuba. We have the Piney chapter of the canoe club that comes in the winter and practices their rolling. We have nighttime water aerobics classes. We have swim meets. I mean, there's a lot that goes on.
So what are those classes during the day that you got in the mornings that you said you got some classes? What are those like?
They're full. There are people vying to get in those
Wow,
classes.
really? That's
Yes.
that's a good problem.
There's about 50 to 60 women and men who come Monday through Friday. We have deep water aerobics and shallow water aerobics. Deep water's in the what some people call the cold pool. Others call it the lap pool or the competition pool. Shallow water is in the therapy pool, which is warmer and more shallow. And then we have Aqua Zumba as well. And then we do a version of Aqua Zumba, party in the pool.
Do you have like T-shirts for Aqua Zumba, Aqua Zumba? No, you need that. So.
Kathleen Cooney has all the Aqua Zumba gear.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
One thing you touched on though was a therapy pool. So kind of, what is a therapy pool? What is that used for?
All kinds of things.
Okay.
I mentioned the water aerobics classes, but then we have a lot of patrons who come and have had injuries or are recovering from some sort of orthopedic surgery or spinal fusions or all just different things, or they just don't like the cold water, so they get in there. It's about 91 to 93 degrees.
That's probably still about 5 degrees too cold for me. I want it to be 90.
It is not a hot tub, but it's close. It has a bench. It has jets. It's about 3.5 to 5 feet deep.
Okay.
We have a chairlift to get in there. We have one patron who comes. She's paralyzed and gets in there and is able to move around. We have a ramp that gets in there, and there's just a wide variety of people who use that.
Let's kind of talk about that chairlift, okay? So that's accessibility, and that means a lot to me because we really want to be, we strive for quality of life, quality of place for all of our citizens. So do you have to bring someone with you to help you get in, or do you have staff that assist, or how does that work?
Depends on the ability of the person that needs the chair.
Okay.
Our staff, of course, is trained and able to help. We have some that are self-sufficient that just need a little bit of help getting in, whether it's the stairs or slide-in entry that's a little difficult for them. Some people have companions with them that help. We have we have a chairlift for each pool, and then one in the outdoor pool as well.
That's awesome. Okay, so talked about outdoor pool, Hickey Pool, just like a year and a half ago, got a complete renovation. Yes. We also we're filming this in 2025. I have to say that because it could be watched 2 or 3 years down the road, maybe. In 2024, I believe you bought some lane lines for Hickey Park. So we're one of only 2 or 3 full length pools for swim competitions. Kind of give us a little bit of breakdown on Hickey Pool and kind of what that looks like.
Hickey Pool is great. I'm a longtime supporter of Hickey Pool. I grew up going there. It is.
Me too. Used to swim there all the time. So just kidding. Yeah.
It is a 6-lane, 50-meter outdoor pool. It also has an L, so the shallow end. But yes, we added lane lines thanks to the Russellville City paying for that. And then we've had a year-round competitive team come and practice there. We tried out a meet to see how that goes, and hopefully we can bring back having swim meets out there. And we were also able to offer early morning lap swimming and evening lap swimming before our regular public swimming
all
hours.
swim or whatever you call it,
And
chaos.
so it's twice as long as, a little more than twice as long as the indoor pool at the aquatic center.
Wow, I did not realize that it was twice the distance. That's pretty amazing. So most of your staff are lifeguards. I mean, genuinely, you got a lot of seasonal. You do have some full-time staff, but most of your staff is really lifeguards. And so, what do we do to make sure that they're properly trained and continuously trained? What does that look like?
It's a rigorous American Red Cross certification process. We have long-term Zoe Keene. She's been there since day one, and she is our top trainer, instructor for that. So everybody who is a lifeguard there goes through that program. Even if they've come and been certified through another agency, we recertify through the American Red Cross. We do monthly in-service trainings in our downtime. We'll practice drills. We're going over first aid quizzes on the regular. It's a constant vigilance to stay ready.
So, and that's kind of like when we talk about with the police department and fire department and all this, you have to just constantly be ready, because you could be there for months and have no event at all, but then that one day, that 1 minute, that 1 second, something happens, and you can't be asleep on the podium. You got to be there. You got to be ready. That's kind of hard, I would think, to just stay vigilant in the middle of all of that, even though something may not happen very often.
Yes. It's very warm in the aquatic center.
It is, and so I would be going to sleep. I would be looking for a place to put an Eno. So.
And our first guards get there at 5 a.m. It's the same people a lot of times, and everybody has their same routine. So we do stay alert, and our guards know that if they're starting to feel a little sleepy, they'll get up and walk around. And we have our 4 lead guards who do lifeguard observations. So when the full-time staff is not there, we can know what's going on and just try to work on weak areas. But I have to say, we have a really strong staff, and it's a great set of responsible individuals.
A couple things that you have out there. You got some admin staff, because there are admin in all your departments, but you also have facility staff to keep that maintained, keep it clean, keep it looking good, because that's probably one of our most important places to keep clean and make sure that it's, I don't know if I'm using the word sterilized, but it has to be, because you've got showers and water, and you really have to keep that. So how do we do that on a regular basis?
We have a full-time custodian who she's amazing. She goes above and beyond this place. People who come from swim meets or outside events just talk about how great this place is and how clean it is. And she's constantly taking on new things. And then our lifeguards also in their downtime do tasks that help, because there's just a lot to do to keep that place nice and healthy and safe for the patrons. You
touched on a couple more things I want to talk about. Scuba. Scuba is a thing that you don't do at Lake Darnell. If you do, I don't know how you're seeing anything, but you have the ability to come in and do some training, get some certification possibly, and kind of tell us a little quick thing on some scuba.
Okay. We don't actually teach it. We're just the host facility. And it is Captain Glenn Masker with the Scuba School out of Morrilton. Okay. So if anybody's interested, they would call him. And then on Tuesday nights, he does a tri-scuba. Because if you don't know, getting certified in scuba can be quite costly. And so he wanted to make sure that people really did feel comfortable with the gear and going in. And so on Tuesdays, he'll bring all the gear. It's only $25.
Whoa, no way. You can come in and try scuba for $25.
Yes, sir.
That's a deal.
That is a deal.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then if it is really something you want to do, then you go through him, and he has certification classes. And then we hold those on Saturday as needed. It's a 4-hour, I'm sure, multiple week. I'm not exactly sure the logistics of how his program works. But he also has a nonprofit called Scubability that works with the paralyzed individual. And
that's
just
awesome.
all kinds of things that he does with that. It's a really great program.
Cool. And you talked about some canoe races earlier or something. You said something about canoes.
That is something we would like to get, canoe races or canoe battleship.
Battleship. Oh, that sounds like a blast.
But for right now, there's a small group that comes with their kayaks and canoes that are cleaned before getting in the pool. And, when you're on white water, you have to be able to roll and get out of your boat. And so they just practice, and they bring a lot of the younger people to get them used to it before they're in a real water
Real
situation.
water scenario. So
And then
really
we also partnered with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission last summer out at Hickey. They brought the boats, and we offered beginner kayak classes
Cool.
for like still water.
That's awesome. That's great because kayaks are big time. Do you do anything with the paddle boards? We anything here?
Not yet, but just recently we did talk to possibly some partners
To
of
help
doing
people
some
get used to
sort of paddleboard yoga, something like that.
Oh, paddleboard yoga.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
a whole new thing. So, so lots of really good stuff, and we also do swim lessons.
Oh, swim lessons is our largest program. We offer them spring, fall, and of course summer is our big drive. We do baby and me classes, so
Okay.
it's like with the caregiver and the child, preschool all the way through adult lessons. We have a learn to swim partnership program where we get donations so we can offer free swimming lessons to area youth, and hopefully we can expand that program into offering adult swimming lessons.
Okay, so if your child doesn't swim and they don't know how to swim, we do have some scholarships and some free classes available.
That is correct.
That's good. I love it.
And we only use American Red Cross water safety instructors, so everybody is certified, and we have a trainer on staff.
That's awesome. I love, the underlying tone of everything we talked about, safety.
Yes.
You really have just really promoting different things for people to be safe, whether they're in the pool or outside the pool in real world environments. So really cool. Lots of really cool stuff. You're new to the team.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to be one of those that was on the team that when you were hired. So super excited. You really had some big shoes to fill, though.
Yes, I did.
You really did. Had some
Yes,
really
I
good
did.
big shoes to fill, and really one of those underlying tones that I really see in all of these videos is building on the shoulders of those that come before us, and you're one of those that's doing a great job. So, is there anything that we've missed that we need to talk about either at Hickey Pool or the Aquatic Center?
We have a wide variety of membership programs, and we also offer 3 different insurance programs for seniors or employee insurance programs that
Okay.
offer free memberships to the
That's
Aquatic
awesome.
Center.
So reach out to the Aquatic Center and your team. So that's awesome. I think there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. It's kind of cool.
And there's even more. There's
Oh,
so much that goes on.
You can talk a
there.
lot
Yeah.
more, so that's cool. So, hey, thank you guys for sitting and visiting with us and watching. This was Janna, our Aquatic Center manager. If you got any questions, reach out to them. Seems like a lot going on, a lot of fun stuff for young and old, from the baby, mommy and me, daddy and me. You don't have to be mommy and me, you can be daddy and me, whatever, to the adults. It's hard. I didn't know that there were adults that didn't know how to swim. That's an inside joke because the mayor does not know how to swim
Yet.
and yet. So there's yet. Janna has taken that on as a challenge. So, but for real purposes, no. I mean, there are lessons available. So
Yes.
thank you guys. We'll see you guys next time.